about how to play Blox fruits. Um, well, I have my little brother to teach me the basics and stuff like that. Um, I know a lot of people don't quite know what it is or how to play it, so I thought this tutorial might be helpful, especially if you're starting up. So we'll go over some of the basics and move on to some of the more advanced stuff. I won't be spoiling too much of the game, so don't worry about if you want go on some quests or whatever or some missions, and feel free to do so. I won't spoil that. So yeah, let's get started. So first of all, let's break down some of the basic moves you can get in the game. So if I go over here where you can see stats, I can see my own stats. Now, as you can see, I have mine evenly divided with most of my stats in Blox Fruit. So I'll explain to you what this means. So first of all, melee. Melee increases your fighting styles, but it also increases that little blue bar at the bottom called energy. So if I'm to just switch over to fighting style like this, let's find an enemy to fight. So let's see that one over there. It basically increases how much damage I'll do. And I will not do too much damage because, like I said, my stats are evenly divided. Although this isn't a very good fighting style in my opinion, so yeah, it's gonna be a bit bad. Anyway, enough of those guys. They can leave them alone. So that's melee. We also have defense. Defense doesn't do too much. See that little health bar at the bottom? The higher your defense is, the higher that little health bar will be. The max currently is around 13,000 HP. Same with energy. So this just basically means that you will take, well, I think it does sort of increase defense as well, but it's not very noticeable on the high level enemies compared to low level ones. So if you're early game and you have high HP, that's probably a lot more noticeable because they'll do no damage to you whatsoever. Next is sword. So this weapon here. This is currently one of the best weapons in the game. It probably won't do as much damage, because, it's kind of evened out by stats. So let me just show you. That's 5k. Well, actually, I'm attacking both of them at once. So I can do this. Attacking. Okay, you get the memo. Anyway, that's sword in the game. And also give me a cool little jump. Not all of them do that though. This one is a mythical because it works a little bit differently. And lastly, gun. And guns can be anything. So right now I have a bow, specifically a venom bow. I'll get into how that works in a bit. Just status effects in the game. See, I can fire from long distances. And because it's venom, it does damage. But this is one of the more rare items of the game, I'd say. So I can also use this one as well, like that. And it'll do damage over time. Like I said, I'm not max level, so probably acid damage I want to do, but because again, I'm not properly max level. So let's just get out of their sight. Let's go here. Last one is Blox Fruit. This one's set to 2217. This should do more service to the box I'm using, and I can show you some of the moves. So right now I'm using Spirit. This is a mythical fruit. It's considered one of the best fruits in the game. So I get special abilities by using Blox Fruit, and we'll talk more about that right after this. Specifically trying to get my skills to head down. So yeah, that's some of the moves you can do using Spirit, and it also comes with what is known as M1s, or I guess left clicks. I'm playing on console, so technically they're right clicks for me, but they're just the same sort of moves you can use with sword, which from these are too. And not all fruits have this, so I'll go over some of them. So let's go up here so we don't get attacked by the NPCs. Okay, so fair warning, it does cost a bit of money to buy a permanent one. So what do I mean by permanent? Well, the game isn't actually intended for you to stick to one fruit for the rest of the game. Normally what you're supposed to do is either trade with someone, or somebody drops you a fruit, or there are like various gotchas, which is sort of like you pay money, well, in-game money, like real-life money. As you can see, my in-game money is at 2 million right now, and you can just go up to some like NPC and basically give them some money, and they'll give you random fruit. Now, these fruits are ranked from like, basic to bifocals, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're bad fruits. For example, Blade is a pretty good fruit to start off with. I mean, now it is anyway. In the past, it was a bit bad. But I'll just go over these. So, for example, Rocket is 50 Robux. If you're new to Roblox is like the in-game currency. So this would be about, let's say, I'm trying to give an example, less than $1, I'd say. Or, if you live where I live, then less than £1. But on Roblox, you can only sort of like give about $5 or £5. Also, hi to chat. Yeah, I'm live streaming this, so if you see this as a video, then yeah. So that's the explanation there. The prices do increase as they go along. So these are all known as common fruits because you'll tend to roll them quite frequently. But some of them are quite good. So like Bomb, it's pretty good, like for tactical, like use, especially in PvP. Smoke, for me anyway, I've noticed it does quite a lot of damage if you're able to combo it properly. And my game does crash sometimes when I do this, simply because Blox Fruits hasn't properly programmed for console users. Not sure what I mean. Like, I can circle around this enemy. I can do an insane combo if I get this right. And I can just keep doing this, like, I can just smoke this guy to death. And yeah, I'm not doing very good combos today, but once eventually got to like 4,000. Also, I should probably explain another thing. This damage you see on the side, that's like a build-up sort of damage. So like, for example, the total damage I've done is 5,508. It isn't adding them up, if that makes sense. In case you're confused about that. I mean, it should be fairly obvious, but like, I've played other games where sometimes it's not. Sometimes they do damage counters a bit differently, so yeah. Okay, cool, I can still do this, nice. Spike I've never used before, so I can't comment on it. Flame. Okay, so now we're getting to some... yeah, I need to explain this really quickly. So, in the new UI, they'll tell you a bit about the fruit. So Rocket, for example, lets you have explosive movement abilities and allows for quick travel and attacks. Now, what do I mean by... what does it mean by quick travel? That means that you can fly, or I guess, move quicker. So you see that blast off F, and it has a level 75 mastery. That just means that you can fly using this fruit. Some fruits don't have this ability. For example, Blade does, Turbo Flight, but it also has some pretty other awesome abilities as well. So, for example, it's immune to sword attacks, and you can M1. And what do we mean by M1? I'll show you what I mean. Same sort of with Spirit, but it's a bit cooler. So, as you can see, it's a bit like I have a blade in my hand. And there's no real sword users here, unless these guys have sword, do they? Let's find out. They do. Okay, so as you can see, it's a cool animation. I'm basically parrying all the sword attacks. And this is a pretty good way to grind, like, yeah, if you want, in the game. Like, I can just keep doing this, get close to them, but I can use movement as well. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, this is like Turbo Flight, this is like what I mean by F move as well. So I can fly as high as I want. Some of these are faster than others, so like, this one's kind of slow, but if you use, like, for example, it's a lot faster. So I just press R2 or left with my mouse to attack these guys. I can also use other moves as well. Now, one thing about Roblox is... oh, Blox Fruits, I mean. There are certain moves you need to hold, like that. And there are certain moves you have to, like, just let go. And it doesn't really tell you which one, it just takes some practice. But like, for example, some moves in the game you hold and does more damage, and other moves you let go when it basically damages the guy you want to damage. So yeah, that's kind of like a basic explanation about some moves in the game. I won't go over all the fruits just because there are so many of them. So, like, for example, ice and flame are really good to start off with. Another thing is they're considered Lugia fruits. Lugia as in from One Piece, which this game is based off on. You don't have to watch One Piece to play the game. I mean, you can if you want. You'll notice that some NPCs look very similar to some of the people in One Piece, which is pretty awesome where you get to see them. And also, of course, all these fruits are based off the devil fruits in One Piece. So, like, Flame is based off a character called Ace, and the rubber fruit is based off a guy called Luffy, who is the main character of the show. So there's quite a lot of fruits to choose from. So, for example, ice is pretty good, and also I'll explain what awakening is, but it just means that if I cook ice, for example, I can use all these cool moves, and the awakened fruit lets you kind of like, so there's like a special raid that you can do. I'd recommend being high level for it, or go with a friend, but it lets you unlock moves, basically, like a better moves. So for example, Cold Storm originally let you just shoot at little ice beams, but now I can do this. And it's great for combos as well, because I can land a few combos there. As you can see, that's 7,000 damage with my Lugia combos. But it also means, well, I mean, these guys are high levels, as you can see I'm taking damage. But if I was to go to a weaker area, or I guess place weaker enemies, I would not take as much damage, just because, like, that's kind of how it works. Right now I'm using my F move equivalent, Ice Skating. This is Awakened. So as you can see, this is Mastery 0, and that's because to get this move you need to do the raids that I was currently speaking of. Yeah, so like some groups have raids that you have to do, which mean that you can awaken their power to be even stronger than before. And you can also awaken moves as well. So yeah, pretty cool in my opinion. But let's move on to some other ones, because I know I'm probably going to basic. In my opinion, ice is a really good start off with. Of course, if you're not doing pay to win, then just get lucky, or eventually beg someone on the server to give you an ice fruit, which is considered bad practice and kind of bad to do, like, online wise. So you don't do that. I'm really joking. So let's look at some other fruits now. And also, that specific move, I'm on the ice, that does drain my energy, but other ones don't. It really depends fruit to fruit. So let's look at some more interesting fruits. On PC it's a lot easier to navigate this, because you could just scroll. For me, I can't scroll because they haven't implemented that feature on console, which is a bit annoying. Okay, it's working again. Yay! Yes, like moves like Dark, that is, I think, uncommon, if I'm right about that. Light is considered a legendary, so everything above Diamond I think is legendary. So Light is one of the best fruits in the game, despite... No, not legendary, it's rare. Yeah, I keep forgetting the exact classification. But yeah, this is also an awakened fruit. So you can see if I do this, I can travel quite quickly. So just some context on Light. I'm getting to some area where I can show you some of the non-awakened moves as well. For context. Ooh, okay, there we go. So just for context as well, I'm in the third sea. This is one of the late game areas. As you can see, I'm level 2573, which is a bit lower than the max right now. I just haven't bothered grinding to max. So if I go here, and there are tons of these guys around, like first, second, third. So I go to the Blox Fruit Gacha. This is how I can buy fruits. So it won't cost you this much, obviously, because I'm higher leveled. It's costing me 400k for you guys, if you're starting off, it should cost you maybe 1,000 or something. And money in this game is pretty easy to find. All you have to do is just kill the NPCs. So it's not too hard, really. And you can do quests as well, which is mainly just killing NPCs. So let's see what I got. I got a magma. Now, for context, magma is a really good fruit in the game. I will store it for now, unless somebody else wants it. Oh, okay, I guess I can't store it. It's a bit of a shame. Let's see. Hey, buddy. Hi. Did you want magma fruit? Here, I'll just leave it for you. Here you go. Have fun with a magma fruit, I guess. Yeah, I'm not really too concerned about having magma fruits. I mean, I could eat it. Oh wait, this is actually a good time to show you guys if I do eat it. Yeah, sorry, I'm taking this back. It's for the tutorial. Okay, so typically speaking, with like these fruits, you can eat them. Be careful though. This is a safe area. As you can see below, it's a safe area, PvP disabled. There are people in this game who are just complete jerks, and they will kill you if you're outside the safe area. And when they kill you, your fruit despawns as well, so you can't get your fruit back. So let me show you what it's like. So you eat your fruit. Okay, and your power changes. Now, fair warning, if you have temporary fruits, you cannot get that fruit back. It's not stored anywhere. So, like, I've been switching fruits because I've bought those fruits, you know, with Robux. But with most fruits, they are temporary, so you can't really get them back unless you roll them again. So, like, for example, here, I don't have a temporary I don't have a permanent magma, so I already have all the moves from an original, like, you know, me just playing and having fun. So you'd have to unlock these, and the best way to unlock these is by finding some NPCs and just grinding them. Because the more you fight NPCs, your mastery goes up. And I'll say what mastery and level is. So, level is on the side. You need a certain amount of XP to level up. The best way to do this is by doing quests. Let's see if I can show you guys a quest. I am now a map of blob. Okay, that's way too slow. It has its advantages. Guys. Because you can also damage people that way. I'll show what I mean. So let me go to this guy. Please help us. We defeat 50 of them. Yes. Oh god, 50. That's crazy. Normally it's by 8, and normally it's by 18 you defeat. Here it's a bit higher. I mean, it's fine, right? Like, you know, I don't care. I'm only doing this to show you guys. So when you defeat all 50, you get a whole bunch of XP. And this guy wants to fight me, great. I'm like low leveled as well on this big bad guy. I really should be fighting him. I'm a magma block now, you can't find me. Where am I? You'll never know. Oh, he kills me anyway. Yeah, like I said, some people in this game are just jerks. I won't lie to you, I'm not like some sort of like Blox Fruits promotioner. I'm not like some advertiser. I'm not gonna lie to you and say, you know, oh, the game's great, it has its flaws. Like, was it you? I bet it was this guy. Is it because I ate the magma fruit? Like, you can be mad at me for that, okay? Or whatever. Oh my god, it's Deku! It's Deku. One thing I love about Roblox is that you can see skins, and some of them just like, you know, that's pretty awesome. So, I mean, yeah. Okay, what fruit is that? Not even that. Okay, he's using dough. Yeah, there are some really good fruits in the game, and I'll demonstrate some of them. So, this is magma. You can awaken it. How do you awaken it, you ask? Well, there's a second sea area where all you have to do is speak to this guy, mysterious scientist. He's in the second sea as well, and I wish I could go to the second sea to show you guys. I'm just so far. What are you doing? Oh, okay, never mind. Deck is gone now. Anyway, what are you doing? Bro, we're in a PvP disabled area. Calm down. Anyway, so you speak to this guy, and he'll ask you what raid you want to do. you'll see normal. Now, there is an advanced version. I won't spoil which fruits this is for, but if you have those fruits, you don't necessarily need to have this unlocked. See, there's this particular mission you have to do in the game to unlock these two, which requires a bit of grinding and a bit of item finding in the third sea, which isn't ideal, I guess, because that means you're locked out of unlocking those fruits until the third sea. But, like, you can always get somebody who's higher level than you to help you with this, or I guess somebody who's done that mission. So these are normal ones, so these are the fruits you can do. So there's Flame, Ice, Quake, Light, Dark as Spider, Rumble and Magma, Buddha Sand, and then that's it. And there's the two other ones as well, which are like advanced ones. So, how does a raid work? Let's see if I can show that. I mean, I might show it at the end, just because there's a lot to get through in Blox routes. That's a might, because I'm not sure if, like, if it'll be worth it. I can kind of explain it to you guys. It's basically, you get a set time, which I believe is about 12 minutes, and you need to get through 5 islands, and there are these enemies to defeat, and then the last one has a boss who has all the moves mastered, and his little henchmen, which are like enemies as well. And the way it works is that if you defeat the raid within 5 minutes or more, you get 1,000 fragments, and it like varies between the times. I don't think it's 500. I think it's about 3 minutes for 1,000 fragments. And those said fragments, you can see at the top, which are like purple with an F at the top. So I have 229 at the moment. They can be exchanged for things. So for example, this dude over here, I believe this is only the... Okay, he's not going to say it to me right now. I don't have enough fragments. Basically, you can get stat refunds. So like right now, I have these ones because I bought a stat refund recently. That lets you make all these go back to 1. And then you can like, customize them. So realistically, I'd want to put mines into Blox route melee and defense. So I can use my melee build and my Blox route build. So yeah. Okay, well, what else can we talk about? So there's a few things I need to discuss about in shops. So you can buy fruits here, they'll be displayed for you to see. Here, kind of like what you can do is you can get XP boosts. These work as like, you buy them for Robux, and then as long as you're on Blox routes, so you can be on Roblox, they won't go away, and you can be like logged out as well. But since you're back on Blox routes, it'll double your XP for a while. This is great for grinding, especially for people who don't want to waste time grinding, because this game has a lot of grinding which is just useless. You can buy fragments here, so you don't have to do the raids to get fragments. You can buy them here as well. You will still need to do the raid to unlock the moves. So the way that works is that you need to have like 500 fragments to unlock the first move, 1,000 to unlock the second, 2,000, so on, so on, so on. Some raids are a bit different. Sometimes it'll be like 4,000, 4,000. I heard that Quake has the most. Not quite sure why. I think it has like really good stats when it's awakened. And you can buy money here as well, so in-game money, which isn't ideal because, let's be honest, it's quite easy to just grind them. You just have to be good at the game. You can respawn bosses. This is good for grinding mastery, I suppose. See, mastery works as if you kill an enemy, you get your mastery up. You complete quests, you get your level up. So you still get XP when you kill an enemy in the game, but not that much. Like, you get very little. It's kind of marginal. So the idea is you want to be able to do quests, because quests have XP on top of killing the enemies, so you can get leveled up quite quickly. And it works like this, like, it's capped at certain levels. So if you're the first sea and you're level 20, you can only do like quests levels 1 to 25 or something. And then you'll get this little like show you what I mean. Get there. It's like there's like these. I'll just expand this guy's mission. Yeah. Yeah, it's super hard on console. It's way easier on the PC because you can just drag your mouse on the buttons. So I can say track my new quest, and then I just have to go to that Blizzard. Nice. You guys are seeing a Blizzard user right now. Blizzard is considered one of the better fruits in the game. I might get it, I'm sure. So yeah, I got Magma Mastery for that. But as you can see, I didn't level up that much, like in terms of my actual level. Actual levels are pretty good for just, you know, getting your stats up. The mastery has like a damage modifier increase. So like if I was level 1 magma, I wouldn't be doing as much damage. I think when you max out your mastery, it can do like significantly more damage than if you don't. So the most you can do in Blox fruits is 600. So yeah, these are like rare fruits, magma, I think. I say I think because initially it would tell you like what the, you know, the thing was, the classification, whether it was mythical or not. They've taken it away now, maybe because of the new update. And yeah, so like there's some really awesome ones you can get. This one, I mean, it's not really selling it here. There's no, you can't M1, you can't really awaken, but oh yeah, I'm sure. So I'm gonna say goodbye to Magma now. So goodbye, Magma. Hopefully I get you guys back again. So this is Ghost. Ghost is pretty cool because it has one of the best features in the game, which is one, Ghostbusters, but also two, if somebody kills me, I will respawn. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll let this guy kill me, you know, push me around. One more hit. Come on. Yeah. So as you can see, I've been given extra life. Oh, that's a bit strange. Oh yeah, sorry. Right. Now I'm in ghost form, as you can see, and I have an extra life, which means that I will get like half my health restored, and I'll heal over time. And all I have to do is, you know, just wait, I guess. But if I die a second time, I am dead, and I'll have to respawn. So that's one of the cool things about Ghost. I don't quite tell you this, so just you have to figure it out. But also, if I use Ghostbusters, I can summon clones to myself to attack NPCs or players. They are pretty weak. They don't have that much health, so as you can see, one's already dead. The other one's still fighting for his life. So I think that's pretty cool. And you're probably wondering about the other guy who's attacking. That's another player. I'm not sure what he's doing. I think he's grinding. Now the thing is, there are certain items in the game that can really give you a boost. So there's like specific events that you can do, like one called the Kitchen Shrine, which is only in the third sea, and there's other ones in the second sea as well, in the first sea, and these can really help you, you know, get the edge on PvP or just, you know, fighting in general. Lets you do cool stuff. Because as you can see, like I have a sword right now, which is good, but it's not flashy or anything like that. It's like I can do this, and I can do this, but it's not like, you know, fire stuff that he has that gives fire. So yeah, like it's not anything important as such. So let me go here and let me get to the fruits. So some of these fruits I have not awakened, so Spider I have not awakened yet. So let's look at Love, and apologies for my camera angle. So Love is pretty good. For one, Bestial Friendo is considered one of the best games in, one of the best moves in the game. Simply because you can clone your best friend. So what it does is it looks at the people that you're friends with in the game, and it'll clone their avatar. Oh yeah, as you can see, I'm still Ghost because I changed, so like, you know, you get that cool ghost effect, you know? So if I do this, it's only going to do damage, but it also can surround the person I know in the game. So who is this? I do not know who that is. At least doing some clothes, I guess. So yeah, like, and then he'll follow you around, and you'll, well, I guess my camera angle's glitched. Again, the game's not perfect, still ongoing, I guess. Hopefully this is good progress. I wish I can actually. He'll need to die, but like, they don't really die that quickly. So anyway, you get a cool flamingo, you can fly around in it. It's sort of one of the better flying fruits in the game. But this is now like legendary levels of fruits, because this one specifically is pretty good. You know, it's good early game, it's good late game. It's an all-round pretty good fruit. I'll show you some of the moves, but I can find some. So, NPCs practice on. I make it a rule not to practice on players just because I call them jerks for attacking, and they are. And, you know, it'd be mean if I did that, so. I'm gonna fire at these guys, and I'll fire like a ray of love arrows. Fire this, explosion. Pretty good for grinding. Recipes as well. And that's my friendo. So love is one of the better things for grinding, and if I'm on here, I can also change my attack. It means I can actually attack while I'm in the air, which is not something that the other things that you do, specifically because they count as like their own sort of like flying ability. So when I'm flying on them, I need to hold down the fly button, whereas my flamingo ride, I just have to like, you know, I just have to let go and then fly, which means I can engage another move. And the camera angle, they really need to fix that anyway. Like, it only happens when somebody else is on top of the flamingo, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, Blox fruit section is going to take a while. Let's skip. Okay, so Buddha is actually a really, really good fruit, and I'll show you why. So Buddha has his own types of moves, but many people don't use it for the moves. They use it for this. See, Buddha lets you transform into some like really awesome, like badass looking giant. And again, it is somebody from One Piece. I believe it's the Marine who has Buddha. I'm not sure if you can do this or not. I'm still watching One Piece, so like, yeah. But it's really good for melee or sword attacks. So as you can see, I'm taking barely any damage, or none at all, from so far away, and the range is just really good. So I can do all this stuff. That is a player, but that's also an NPC, so I can do that. And my damage is actually increased whenever I use it. I get mastery on that specific weapon. So like, as you can see, it's went from 430 to 431. And yeah, it's like, it's good for defense as well. Let me just transform. And like, you know, you can't really do any of the moves outside of shift. So you need to press shift first to be able to use heavily impact, Buddha leap, Buddha explosion, and retribution dash. Trying to do one now, they won't work, but if I go here, I can do this, I can do that. Some of the Buddha moves, they're not great, like, sure, you can use them if you want, but it's not actually how you're supposed to use Buddha. You're supposed to use it with your other moves. Because they do more damage, it's great for grinding, it's also great for just like, you know, PvP as well. Although it does make you a bit of a bigger target, but it still means your attacks do a lot more damage. That's the perfect opportunity to showcase. So, yeah, like, I've been attacking NPCs, but not attacking any NPC bosses. It's because they spawn at random, and once they're dead, they're dead. That's why there's like an option to respawn them. Just so you have to wait like an hour or 30 minutes or something, I'm not quite sure how long. See, I'm not doing any damage with my bow, so let's try. Yeah. So that damage combo is pretty good, as you can see. Pretty awesome if you ask me, so I'm gonna get out of the way. Oh, lovely, the Google user is attacking. I'm not cut out for PvP. The only reason I PvP in the game is for my little brother, because he likes to PvP me. He's not playing Blox right now, which is kind of sad, but you know, I don't blame him. The game does have its flaws. So let's move on. Okay, so Buddha, yeah, one of the more important fruits in the game. Definitely recommend trying it out at least once. It's really good, like all stages of the game. It's not really good for a Blox fruit build. Again, you don't need Blox fruits to use Buddha. You just need, you know, stats and other ones. You know, in melee even to get these fighting styles. And oh yeah, so like, if you're new to the game, you probably don't have a fighting style yet. You need to get to at least level 400, and then there will be a volcano area where you can buy fighting style moves. And there are some hidden quests alongside fighting style moves, so you can like get even better ones once you get like those masteries unlocked. There's a lot of cool things you can do in this game besides just fruits, but I mean like it really depends on the time you have, I guess. So let's continue. Okay, nope, doesn't want me to continue. Great. Okay, one big flaw with Blox Fruits is it is basically unplayable on PC. So not PC, sorry, unplayable on console. So typically speaking, I have to do this whole thing where I come out of the game, then go back into the game, and then yeah, it's a bit of a pain. So yeah, but there are like really good fruits in the game as we go along. So as you can see, this one said can transform. And there are certain fruits in the game that let you transform into some sort of like magical being. Oh boy, what's going on there? I'm just gonna go to a more safer area. So you get the idea of damage now. So I don't need to like fight anyone. Oh, look at that. Sales. Oh, they're gone again. Yeah, like I said, this game has flaws. Especially with the new updates. They're not like game-breaking flaws, but it's annoying, I guess. Especially on console. What the hell? Dude, let me just open up shop. Okay, never mind then. Never mind, I guess I can't demo any more fruits now. Okay, so let's go with some builds. This dude over here, one I can tell he has... I'm not sure what those are, actually. Pretty sure it's like an accessory. So he has a scarf like me. So let me explain. These are brought by items, so you can swap out things in items. So, for example, I can take off my scarf, but this lets me use power called Haki, or I guess in the game it's called, I'm not sure what's called in the game. Instinct? Yeah, it's called Instinct. Lets you dodge moves automatically sometimes, and also lets you see people from afar. The pale scarf increases its power a bit. So yeah. Oh yeah, I also have like 2 magmas as well, so not that bad. I can just go back to it whenever I want. And yeah, there's a few items in the game you can use. It's like this one's flail. I don't use it often, to be honest, so yeah. But yeah, like I can go to items, I can pick a different sword. They do still tell you here like what the classification is using colors. So this one is a rare one. This one I believe is legendary. This was common, and so on. So yeah, you can judge what these are. So like this one's a house scythe. This is a rare sword. It has like a low drop percentage on a boss. Not to brag, but I got it first try. Not sure how. And yeah, like there are certain moves you can use which are good. But I need to warn you that some moves do not work with Buddha. Right here. And I use this move on an NPC, Soul Execution. It'll just fly me forward, it won't let me like do any like cool stuff to the enemies. Which you can do if they were here, but you can still use Death's Cyclone. So I mean it's not all bad, I guess. Okay, so let's move on to some of the more mythical fruits. Now, in my own opinion, there are two types of mythical fruits. They're the ones that suck, and they're the ones that suck less. I'll get this back on. Awesome. I won't show all of them, just because of time. I realize that me going on for a bit now. We have Gravity, which is pretty good. Lets you manipulate gravity, but it's not that great. It's not one of the better mythicals. T-Rex. T-Rex is pretty good. So the way this works is you get all these cool moves, but they're only good when you get your Fury meter up. So let's see if I can get my meter up and show you what a transformation looks like. And again, there are two types of transformations in this game. One requires this meter to go all the way up. The other just requires you to have like that move unlocked already. So see where it says reptilian scales. So that is my. Oh, there's a gravity user here. Perfect. Whee! Okay, yeah, so I have Dragon as well, but I don't want to attack anyone just because it's a bit cruel. Oh, lovely, it's coming after me now. No? Okay. Goodbye. Just gonna avoid the Dragon user, because, Okay, so for context, Dragon is one of the most powerfulest fruits in the game. It has a double Fury meter, and once you transform, you can transform into a massive giant. The first Fury meter just lets you become bigger. So let's attack these guys. So, you attack them, you use your move to them. Get that move up. And then once it's fully up, which it does go over time, but you can also just, you know, attack to get it out. And attack is the best way. You can also take damage, but damage isn't. It's not ideal to take damage in this game. You know, like I am right now. Now, the power of T-Rex. T-Rex have different abilities. Well, I mean, all the Fury ones have different abilities. This one now lets me like, left click a lot more cooler. And if I attack somebody, the further away I am from them, the more they'll take damage over time, so, as you can see. But the moves now have different, like, you know, abilities, like this one here. Just dig my teeth into them. I can also use Gigantic Leap, which that'll take a ton of damage. And yeah, I mean, like that's T-Rex for one. I also appreciate how the T-Rex looks, simply because in recent years, like, the way he's hunched over is kind of what a T-Rex should look like, as opposed to like the one that's like gonna be depicted in media. So kudos to them, or maybe kudos to One Piece. I'm not that far into One Piece yet. I'm not sure is there T-Rex, like, you know, Devil Fruit user or something. So yeah. It's a fun game like Blox. Okay. Goodbye. So I can untransform after that, and then back to being Chill Goku. So that's one of them. There's a few others as well. Mammoth is like the predecessor to T-Rex. Predecessor? No, like opponent. Rival, I guess. Cool stuff you can do with them. Oh, well, what has happened? It's like the best tutorial ever. Like, I'm just glitching. Things aren't working. Oh, what a great sales pitch for the game. So, let's let me show you the other type of transformation you can do, which is a simple transformation. So with this one, it's Yeti. I can't left click right now. I can't attack. It's not very cool. So let me show you what it looks like when you transform. Now left click. Of course, it's the Christmas update, which means it is of course pretty icy. And I can also just the mostly violent moves in the game, but you know, without damage. When it's paired up with other ones, you can do significant amounts of damage. And yeah, like I don't need to get a Fury meter up for that, I just have to do it. So yeah, those are some fruits. So let's discuss some other parts of the game that you get later on. So one of them is this jumping thing. Let's see, we jump in the midair. Midair jumping is unlocked in the first sea. Can't remember where exactly, but you can probably find that for YouTube. And then there's also Haki, which is from One Piece. This basically gives you an advantage with defense and attack. So like it basically means you take less damage and you do more damage. So when I have it on, yeah, like a very less damage compared to when I would have it off. So yeah. So that's the basic premise of that. So it's instinct, so let me show you what instinct does. Yeah, so after a while it'll go off, but for a few times you can have it on, and the longer that you dodge for, the more, like, it'll sort of level up discreetly, and you can just dodge more times, which is cool, I guess. There is a teleportation technique. I'm not very good at it, so let's try it. Yeah, so, like, it's not very useful, I guess. Some people say it is, I don't think it is. And yeah, that's the basics of Blox routes. There's also races, but this is not really available for you unless you're second or third. Right now I'm Angel. I just rolled a new race with like, you know, Robux, but it's possible to do within the game as well. Now, overall, Blox Routes is a fun game if you're somebody who has time and, you know, likes One Piece. But is it a fun game if you're, you know, you don't have time and you prefer not to be killed by random people? I'd say no. It kind of sucks. I mean, bro. Like, come on. Come on. You see what I mean? And that could just be like for console performance or optimization. Now I'm on the PlayStation 5 for reference, so I can't see how you can mess that up. So like, yeah, it needs a lot more work. It's an ongoing game. With most Roblox games are ongoing, as there are updates given to them. As well as that, you might hear there's been quite a lot of scandals with Blox routes, and I'll explain that as well, just so you know what you're getting into. Basically, the dragon fruit was 2,700 Robux, which is equivalent to about $27. But after, like, it got reworked on, which basically means they're making changes to this fruit, and for that time you couldn't buy one. So people who had like a perm dragon before that were considered quite lucky, and people who had, like, you know, temp dragons, like, they could, you know, give them to people for like a lot of fruits. But now the issue was that Blox developers increased the price to 5,000, and anybody who had a normal, like, perm dragon before that had to rebuy it for, like, you know, the 5,000 one, and they gave them these tokens, buy equivalent, like, mythical fruits. I can't remember if they were per mythicals or just normal, but in my opinion, that was wrong of them to do. They did admit their fault eventually, but I feel like, come on. This is a game aimed at kids. Of course, I'm not a kid. My little brother played it a lot, so I played with him, and I ended up enjoying it. But, again, I do have money, so, because I have a job, I can buy, let's say a dragon. You know, most kids don't have the leverage, they can't just say to their mom, I need $50 or pounds to buy, like, a digital fruit in a game. Like, any reasonable parent would say, no, that's not something I'm gonna waste money on. So, it's not very fair for, like, most kids, I guess, to playing. I say it's quite a scam. But again, it can be a fun game. Like, I'm not saying, like, it's, all bad. I'm just letting you guys know what the game's like, so you know what you're getting into. Also, there is a bounty/honor system. So the way this works is when you start the screen, choose pirate or marine. Now, for context, Marines are like the army in One Piece. I guess, actually, Marines exist in real life. I mean, I'm not sure why I'm explaining this. But, like, if you've seen Pirates of the Caribbean, like, there are the soldiers which chase after the pirates, and the pirates are like pirates. It's basically like that, but One Piece came up with it first, before Pirates of the Caribbean, so, I mean, they... yeah. But, like, either your honor, which is, like, Marine, and you go after the pirates, and, get access to cheaper stuff, or you're a pirate, which I am, and you don't like the Marines, and, like, you just sort of get bounty, which just means that you attack other players, you attack NPCs and bosses, and that's how your bounty can go up. But if you die to NPC bosses or other players, then you lose a little bit of bounty. Mine's at 2 million right now, which isn't great. So, like, considering I am late game, I should have more bounty. But again, I'm not a bounty hunter. I'm just playing the game normally. Some players have like 3 billion, which is insane. But they're like, quite rare anyway, like the 3 billion ones. They have a lot of time to waste. So, I mean, they have, the ability to just sort of like grind to level. But yeah, like, that's kind of it, I think. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else I can talk about. Of course, if you are a kid and you're watching this, like, maybe let your parents know you're playing Bloxsters, because you can chat to people, and some people can be quite mean on here, I'd say, especially those bounty hunters. So, just maybe ask your parents first before you start playing, I know it sounds kind of cringe, but, like, trust me, like, it's better that your parents know that you're playing an online game where people can be, like, jerks, so, yeah. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye!